Hello and welcome! This character profile video is for the class Solaris, and what you'll see is all of her skills, the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend, her skill combos, enhancements, player card, and a gameplay video. So without further ado, I give you the class Solaris. Here we go. And welcome to the skills page. If you are new to my character profile videos, allow me to introduce the interface. On the far left are the names of all the skills. The next column is charges, that's how many times you can use the skill. The next one, hits, is how many times the skill will hit. The next one is damage-PVE, that's the highest percentage damage the skill will do against a creature in the world. And then damage-PVP is the highest percentage the skill will do against another player's character. And then the specials are all the things that are special about the skill connected to it. And at the very bottom is the passive, and we'll go into details about the passive as we get into the PvP section. But for now, take a moment to look this over, and when you're ready, we will go into the top 8 PvE skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvE slide. So what I've done is I've taken all the skills and I've organized it according to the column of damage-PVE, from the highest all the way down to the lowest. And what's highlighted in green is 8 skills that we can only take into the game at a time. So if you were to do 1 point of damage with each of these skills, that's why it's organized and chosen that way. I want you to consider replacing, let's see, Dragon's Rage and maybe Primal Wrath, maybe those two, for Thermal Rush and Call the Dragon. If Thermal Rush gives you all 10 hits, that's 1,500%, which makes it the 3rd best damaging skill. And if the Call the Dragon, can't do math that well, but 13 times 150%, I'm pretty sure is gonna get it up there into the top 5, maybe the 2nd best skill. So consider replacing those two. You don't have to. But I like these 2 skills because they get you up to the creature quickly, and there are things that go with it, like Thermal Rush. You will have super armor and it stuns in the last hit, so the creature you're fighting is going to get stunned. And the Call of the Dragon, you're invincible and there's a knockdown on last hit, so it's not like you're unprotected. So take a moment to look at all this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to a big conversation about the PvP skills that I recommend. Here we go. And welcome to the PvP slide. So we have a lot to cover in this section, so let's go ahead and get to it. First of all of the skills are organized according to the column of damage-PVP, from the highest all the way down to the lowest. And if you look at the skills, I've highlighted Thermal Rush and Call the Dragon because I want you to consider putting those in your skill rotation. These 2 skills, Thermal Rush and Call the Dragon, are great ways to close the distance on your opponent. This is actually, if I was playing her, this would be my beginning moves. It's like, yeah, range is not going to work for you. I'm going to get right in your face. And probably I would get in their face and use Impale, which is my grab. It is classic 1 or 2 hits, 2-step combo that is done in so many games. It's get to you, grab you, throw you down, and hit them with the hard-hitting skills like Dragon's Maw and Lava Explosion. And by that time, things will be off cooldown, and you can go back and Thermal Rush or Call the Dragon again, or space it out. Do a Thermal Rush and a skill, and a skill, and then Call the Dragon, and then a skill, and a skill, and then Thermal Rush. That is all up to you. She's got flexibility. Now, the passive is showing you that she's built for PvP. Sure, she can do great against monsters, but come on. decreases PvP damage received by 15%, and all you have to do is use 3 skills, just 3, and you'll see sparks, and you'll know, hey, my passive is active, I should probably hit my opponent with a very hard-hitting skill. And it also increases damage against monsters, and every 1 second for 5 seconds, if you're fighting monsters, you get 600% damage plus 200 fixed damage, and if you're PvPing, 200% plus 200 fixed damage. Nothing screams she's built for PvP than that right there. And with the memory imprints, if you focus your whole gear set to have fixed damage as best you can, oh my gosh, can you just imagine the possibilities of when she actually hits, it's really gonna hurt. So yes, the drawback is critical hit damage is not applied. Don't worry, you'll figure it out. But the potential for her to do massive damage is there. Now, the second thing that you are probably concerned about is you highlighted everything that's red in super armor. I don't have a super armor that does good damage. You're telling me that my super armor should be Impale the Grab? I'm telling you, don't worry. Pearl Abyss has given you an enhancement where you have the option to change a forward guard, which is Lava Surge, into super armor that you can use in arena. So 672% damage is not bad, but like I told you, I wouldn't start that out as my starting attack. I'd be Thermal Rush or Call the Dragon, then Lava Surge. So we'll go into more detail on that, but take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the skill combos for Solaris. Here we go. And welcome to the skill combo slide. So if you're new to this slide, allow me to introduce how it works. Before I go into that, let's tell you where it's at. If you're in the game and you go to the menu and you go to skills, and then look all the way over to the left and down, you'll see a little icon that looks like a magnifying glass, and you tap on that, then you'll bring this up, list of skill combos. This is what Pearl Abyss is giving you to suggest if you're at a loss for, I don't PvP, I wouldn't know what skill to choose, let alone, I don't know. So they're saying, take a look at this, and what I've done is I've taken all of the skills and put it on one screen, one slide. You can print this out and have it with you so you can practice on creatures if you wanted these skills. So how it works is what's in blue on the left is what you start with. And let's go to the top left corner where it says Thermal Rush. Hey, look at that, Thermal Rush. See, even they're agreeing with me. So you start with that, and they're saying consider the next skill you use either Cleansing Flame, Primal Wrath, or Call the Dragon. So that's what it means, it's to chain into that. And from there, you go on to anywhere else on this screen. So for example, if you did Thermal Rush to Cleansing Flame, then look down. There's Cleansing Flame. So you just did it, so now you can connect it to Lava Surge, Dragon's Maw, or Primal Wrath. And you choose one, and let's just say Dragon's Maw, and at the bottom is Dragon's Maw, and you can connect it to Lava Surge and go on, and that's how this whole screen works. Now, first of all, what Pearl Abyss has done is given her skill combos for days. I'm amazed. This is beefy, people. I don't think there's another character that has this many lists of skill combos. It was quite impressive. So they're trying really hard to show you, hey, stand up and notice Solaris. She's got a lot to offer. So take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, we're going to go on to the enhancement slide. Here we go. And welcome to the enhancement slide. So if you're new to this slide, allow me to introduce the interface. On the far left are all of her skills. On the far right is the branch damage connected to those skills. And then there's 4 columns in the center. The first, second, and fourth column are things that do something for your character. I always try to make the third column, I know it's strange, but the third column, things that happen to the creature or player's character you're fighting against. So let's go into the reason why we're here. I told you that Lava Surge has the option. Now, all of these things that are in the 4 columns, you need to unlock them. There's either a skill level attached to it, or you can unlock it from the start. Just tap on it and unlock it. If there is a skill level involved, you'll need to get skill books that drop, and they drop from fighting creatures in the world. So when you get them, then you can apply it to your character and raise the level, and when you get to the level you need to unlock it, then do it. That's the whole reason you're enjoying this character, is to unlock all of the enhancements so you have more flexibility in what you want to do with the character. Lava Surge at the very top is the second enhancement, super armor instead of forward guard. So that is an option for you, and I apologize, I seriously overlooked the obvious when I was promoting Call the Dragon and Thermal Rush. They both have a super armor you can use in arena, so, and anywhere in the game. So why not start out with those two things? So I know they do good damage and they have a super armor, but if you're like, what else you got? Lava Surge is what else you got. So now you got 3 super armors right there. So no need to look at the skills and go, she don't have any super armor I can use in arena. Yes, she does. Looking at it, remember that conversation about the burn damage that she does with the passive and just her overall attacks? Look at the first column. 4 skills have a burn and 1 has a bleed. I mean, she is oozing damage over time. And if you add the memory imprints that do damage as well, I mean, this is what I'm getting at, is she is like the, unofficially, like the fire princess. But I don't think she's of royalty, but so we'll just call her a fire warrior. And you really are gonna be worried when she attacks you, because any touch that she does on you and you're burning, and it's probably gonna hurt. So look at this, and when you're ready, we're gonna move on to the player card. Here we go. And welcome to the player card. This is designed just like a baseball card. It is in case you are short on time, but you're interested in a character, you can come here and just glance at what she has. It's all the slides you saw except for one thing that's new. And at the bottom are definitions for forward guard and super armor. So let's introduce how this works. At the very top are the top 8 PVE and PVP skills that I recommend, with the Thermal Rush and Call the Dragon highlighted so you don't forget, consider them. And to the right of that is something new. It's called Immobilization. Now, when I was trying to tell you in the PvP section what you could substitute for Thermal Rush and Call the Dragon, I was just about to say you can remove Cleansing Flame, and then I realized maybe not, because it has 2 immobilizations and that's your best one. So if you're like, what's immobilization? Anything that knocks your opponent down, up, freezes, stuns, anything that immobilizes them, so you can get in 1 or 2 more skills while they're trying to get up, is of interest to you. So Cleansing Flame is the best one that you have, so you probably want that in your top 8 skills that you bring with you. But looking at it, every skill except for Jordan Mastery and Oumua's Blessing. I mean, Jordan Mastery is your basic attack. That's never going to have an immobilization. And Oumua's Blessing is your heal component. So that's not going to mobilize. If it did, that would be really strange. But everything else has an immobilization to it. So that's how that works. And then below it is the skills that she has, and below that's the enhancements we just got through talking about. And at the bottom is the definitions. So if you're just listening to this, allow me to give you the definition for forward guard. This means that incoming damage will either be 0 or heavily reduced. This is why people like it a lot. As long as they're in front of you and trying to melee you or damage you in front of you, then that you can laugh all the way to the bank. That damage is not going to do much to you. But if they get behind you, that's a different story. Super armor. This means that damage will be reduced and the effects that immobilize you, like stun, knockdown, freeze, etc., will not happen for a duration of time. This is why everyone who does PvP needs to know, where's my super armor? I need to get my super armor out, and it needs to be active. We don't know how long it lasts, so they put it in the list of skills that they use to constantly refresh it, making sure that you always have it. So take a moment to look at this, and when you're ready, the music is going to change, and we will go into the gameplay video where we show you what Solaris can do. Here we go. And welcome to the gameplay video, but before we get started, let's show you where we're at. We're over here in Balanos, and we're at Kron Castle entrance, and we're here because I'm always here. Their CP is 2519, and ours is a measly 19,025. This is a showcase, and yeah, it's gonna be a slaughter. So what we're gonna do is we'll go to our auto path here at Kron Castle entrance. We'll have her fight for about 2-3 minutes, then we'll have her go to town, at which time I will say thank you. So, without further ado, I am pleased to give you the class Solaris. Here we go. She's just about ready to head back to town, so we'll just wait a few seconds here. There we go. And allow me to take this moment to say thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, let people know. I'm always making more videos, and there are lots of videos left to do, so do not worry. Now, since if you've been following all my videos, I usually do a trick of the camera, but I think Magician, that's me, has learned how to zoom. Hey, how about that? now we can get a really good look at our Solaris and all the details that they've put into that outfit. So once again, thank you. Thank you very much for watching this video, and you have a great day. Take care. Wait, goodbye. Bye now.